let's talk about how, mental challenges create dis-ease.
Right.
And the dis-ease can create some of this, and how cannabis can kind of even help prevent that cycle by giving that outlet. Do you have any opinion on that?
That's a great question, right? So my parents' generation was just one generation from the plantation, right?
Yeah.
Where everything was slapped on you, beat on you, put you through, right? And there was a silent code about them, where they didn't share any of the harm and the pain that they were subjected to. And they carried that over, and that same code of silence is evident in the military, right? So they come from the military, come from a law-abiding, don't hurt anybody, don't cause any harm. If you do, you're going to jail, to a place of having to kill other humans that they don't even know,
right?
And so those traumas, we learn to stuff them somewhere. Most women put it in their womb. Men, it goes different places. And then we're told, don't put your business in the street.
Right.
That's the only place that's safe for us to tell most times, right? So I address that a lot, because we need to learn how to talk.
Yes.
We need to bring this crap up.
That's it.
Put it out there and let everybody know, like, my life wasn't all of that, peachy looking clean. It's been some rough times, and this is how I got over it. So I do a lot of writing on those type of subjects, and counsel people, have open conversations with individuals, because we need a safe place to have those conversations where we can just let those secrets just kind of vanish, right?
I believe that secret keeping, it can lead you to a fast death.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you have to forsake self over and over, the only reason why you keep a secret is because you're ashamed to tell it. So that means that within your own mind, you figured out that it's wrong.
Right.
So harboring it is as damaging as whatever it is, right?
For sure.
And one of the things that I've read a book, Post-Traumatic Slavery Syndrome.
Yes, I love it.
And it talks about epigenetics and how many of us are, just multiple generations, 3 or 4 generations removed from slavery. And so because of that, we are in a position where we are still carrying forth what our ancestors felt, the trauma, the fear, the shame, the guilt, what they were subjected to. We're still dealing with that. And so that's the reason why I really want to destigmatize this conversation about cannabis in our community, especially amongst our elderly, because you all deserve to live a beautiful, bright, free life.
Yes.
That's God's intent.
Indeed.
God's intent is for us to live a life of freedom. The Bible says, I come so that you may be made free. Period. And so this bondage that the trauma and the experiences can hold us in is counterproductive to the life that God called us to live.
Right.
And I think that the conversation around different applications of cannabis, not just the flower, but maybe tincture or bath bombs or pain bombs or things like that, it gives you a more wide opportunity to consume, to experience, and to develop some relief.
And when we have educational summits, workshops where we can explain the different components of the cannabinoid plant, then we have the opportunity for people to understand that it's the THC that can get you high. Right. But not the plant itself is so medicinal.
Exactly.
Right. And we have not taken advantage of that. And that would be a great subject to have in the churches. On Sundays. On Fridays, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, on any day of the week. Right? So that we have truthful conversations about what's really going on within our communities.
Now, do you think that there's a distinction between recreational and medicinal use for cannabis users? Or do you think that it's just based on intent of use?
Well, I think it's based on intent.
Okay.
But there are, well, you have the recreational, and you also have where it's more beneficial for your body.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, again, Reverend Sandy, we are very grateful for this conversation. I would love for you to share with everyone how they can find you, where they can find you. If you could share that information.
Sure. So on Instagram, I'm at Rev Sandy Rogers, and that's RODGERS. I'm on Facebook under Sandy Rogers, and Linktree and Amazon. I'm on most social medias, LinkedIn and all of that.
And you have a book?
I have several books.
So please share.
Thank you. So my most recent book is called The A's Habit, Abandonment, Abortion, Addiction. So in that, it's an extension of what you were saying, like how we have a tendency to not tell what's really our experiences have been. And so taking it just all apart and telling the full story.